Hello everybody, Mr. LEGO Lover 55 here, and welcome to another LEGO set review. Today we're taking a look at another Hero Factory set. This is Scarox. This is set number 44003. It's recommended for ages 6 to 12 and has around 46 pieces. So here you can see the packaging. We've of course got Scarox here, we've got the set info there, the LEGO Hero Factory logo going across the side there, which is different from most LEGO sets. This name Scarox there includes one brain. That would have been the Brain Attack logo there at the top. On the back it shows the combiner model for Scarox and the Brain Attack version of Rocka, and then some stuff about game points and all. So let's go ahead and take a look at the actual set. So Scarox here is quite an interesting figure because to the extent of my knowledge, he's one of the very few Hero Factory figures to actually have 4 arms. I know Speedy Demon has 4 arms, and other than him and Scarox here, I don't think any other Hero Factory characters have 4 arms, or maybe besides some of the Invasion from Below creatures, I can't remember. Anyways, Scarox here is quite a neat-looking figure, I'll say. So his color scheme consists of black, gold, and a bit of trans jungle green, as I call it. So he's got a one primary feature, and that is indicated with this very obvious and just red lever here. You push down on that, and his top arms sort of go up. So you can they just do that. So you can sort of have him like getting in like a pinching motion or something. So you can have them up like that, and you have them go down like that if you want. You can angle them, they are on ball joints, so you can angle them however you want, so, yeah. And those things can just go all the way back like that until this bone piece sort of stops them from going any further. But, yeah, that's really the only function on this set. The other functions would just be technically posability and the brain bug, which I guess I'll show you right now. So, basically how that works, you can, the brain is attached on the top of his head, and it's connected in this, axle hole there, so you can just take it off. It's easier if you take off the face first, or mask, or whatever it is, off, and then take off the brain. That's the easiest way to do it, but it is possible to take it off while keeping that on. And you can see he looks a lot more friendly now without the red eyes and the giant brain on him, so yeah. And then for the brain itself, this is probably my favorite looking brain, I guess, just because I like the color on it, just this type of green. I think it works well. It is only one piece, but that is fine. It still looks pretty cool. It's hollow inside. It's made of a rubber, some sort of rubber, I guess. I don't know what type. But yeah, you can sort of flex it a bit, of course. You can do that. You can move the legs sort of like that. You can't have it hold it in any positions at all. Yeah, it's made of rubber, so it's pretty flexible. The red parts, however, are not rubber. They're sort of a more solid plastic. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the brain. So I'm going to go ahead and put him back on here. And you can also see that the red eyes on the brain sort of change the color of his eyes to red. It's a bit hard to see there, but they do change his eye color. But there isn't a whole lot to him. In terms of like new pieces that he has that were new at the time when he was released, obviously the brain was a new piece. Also this face right here is a new piece, very useful piece as well. I believe these claw pieces were in a new color, so it was nice to see those, and these would later be used on Umrak the Hunter in Bionicle G2. I don't think these were a new color. Maybe they were a new color at the time, but this wasn't the only set that these pieces came in this color, because I know they came in a couple other, like I have a Ninjago set that has this piece. I think these were in a new color for these pieces were a new color for the year this guy was released, I think. It was like 2013 or something. But yeah, you get 4 of those in this set, which those are very useful. Other than that, oh, and then of course he has the new Brain Attack head piece that was used for almost all of the Brain Attack figures. So he uses that. He just sort of, you put the head like that, and you put the brain on. because it has in total has 5 connection points, including the ball joint, so it's very useful. But honestly, that is pretty much it for Scarox. There isn't a whole lot to him, so let's go ahead and take a look at his instructions. So here is Scarox's instruction manual. It's just the small type. On the front, we've got same stuff as on the front of the packaging. Here it opens up with a little comic sort of explaining the story for the year. Brains are created, they are sent through space to the planet Makuhiro City is on, and then they invade. Here on the next page, it shows that you should organize your pieces if you're confused. Instructions, the final product. And then we have our good old list of pieces. An advertisement for a Brainify app. I remember using that. A little thing for the online game. You can get 400 game points. That's something I actually did forget to mention. He also comes with this hero core, and there's a code on the back that you would have been able to enter to get game points, and so you can get upgrades in the game. And here it shows the combiner model between Scarox and the Brain Attack version of Rocka. And here it shows a little advertisement for Rocka and Bruiser. And then advertisement for the LEGO Club. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and move on to the end of the video. So overall, Scarox here sort of seems like not so much of an interesting set. In fact, he doesn't. A lot of the bone pieces he has aren't even really covered up with any armor shells. But that is honestly all right because he's sort of supposed to be like that. He's sort of supposed to be skinny, have armor on some places, I guess, because he is. I see him sort of as a sort of scorpion-like creature. I'm assuming that's what he was supposed to be before he was mutated by the brain, but, so I really do like the design of it. I think the color scheme works pretty well with the gold and the black and the green. I think it works pretty well. The function isn't anything too exciting. It does what it needs to do, and it's not very exciting, not the best play feature, but it does have a play feature, unlike a lot of the other creatures from the first wave of the Brain Attack sets. And I'll say, I mean, for a $10 set, I think he's a pretty decent set, I'll say. Because a lot of the other Brain Attack creatures didn't exactly have a cool function. I mean, maybe besides Bruiser, but I mean, I'll get into that with his review. Ogrum and, what is the other one? Pyrox didn't really have any interesting functions, and I'm not really talking about the Wave 2 sets at all right now. Of course, Dragon Bolt was probably the best of the creatures, but I unfortunately don't have him. I wish I did. But back to Scarox here. So overall, very neat for what he is. I'd say I think he is the cheapest Brain Attack the cheapest creature from the Brain Attack line, I think. So for $10, I think it was a pretty good deal, because you were also getting some pretty cool new parts, like these pieces, as well as these in green, the face, the brain, of course, and yeah, so overall, I think Scarox here is a pretty okay figure. Definitely, I think he's definitely one of the better ones, I'll say. I'll say, I'm not going to really say if he's my favorite or not. We'll just wait for the other reviews. But I'm pretty much rambling at this point, and I don't really have anything else to say. So I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building.